Well, those are simply the union bosses throwing those accusations around. First of all, my record in business and employing people and employing them at well above average wages should speak to the fact that I'm not against the worker. Um, the, the right to work, we became the 26th state in the nation to be right to work. And you know, you hear Commerce say, well, nobody ever asked if we were right to work. That's because they all know you're not. These are professionals that go out and do site selection, and they just don't ever bother. We never had the opportunity because we weren't a right to work state. This is an opportunity to attract businesses that otherwise we would not have had access to, number one. Number two, for the current employee that works at a job that's a union job, he has to pay union dues if he wants that job, period. Want the job? Pay the dues. When that next contract comes up, all of a sudden the employee has an opportunity. He has a choice that he or she gets to make. That is to pay dues and choose to be associated, or not pay dues and choose not to be associated. What's that going to drive? The union is going to have to get up and prove value to that employee if they want them to give them the dues. Just like belonging to the country club, the Elks, the Moose, or any other club where you pay dues, the union's going to have to go to work and provide value. And quite frankly, I'm not against a union. I hope they do a good job. I hope they keep people employed. Or as members of their union, but they're going to have to deliver now. To me, at the end of the day, the worker will win in this. Now, obviously, the workers are all ginned up, and because union bosses are. I'll tell you what, we talk about prevailing wage. It may not be a 100% direct connection. I guarantee you there is connection to it. We have a construction boom going on in West Virginia right this minute. West Virginia's rate of construction unemployment is falling faster than any state in the nation right this minute. And I attribute some of that to the removal of state prevailing wage law. Oh my goodness, we're going to let the free market reign. The very same free market that built the greatest country that the world's ever seen, we're going to take a chance and trust the free market to set a wage rather than pencil whipping it downstairs in the Department of Labor. But the loser in this case has not been the worker. The worker's still getting paid. He's getting paid a market rate. And I talked about the trade skills being hard to find enough qualified people. I'll guarantee you the construction continues to run at the rate it is, and all of a sudden the demand is going to be for qualified, ready-to-go workers, and the wage is going to go up. Watch and see what happens. The worker will win in this. It was the overrides. It was within state prevailing wage that went straight to the unions, and that's where the effect's being felt. The affiliated building contract, ABC, West Virginia ABC, Brian Hoylman estimated that getting rid of prevailing wage saved the state of West Virginia, the taxpayers of West Virginia, $11 million a month in the first 2 months it went into play. He's written articles on it. You can see what his methodology is, but it's $22 million first 2 months. Now, while that may be an easy comparison to make now, because you could have a job that was bid under prevailing wage, and then all of a sudden the law is going to go away, so it gets rebid without it. You only have a short window where you can compare those two. Otherwise, there's no reason to get the quote both ways. But I'll tell you something we've seen, even at the Capitol with some of the jobs that we've done, all of a sudden you have people bidding that never bid before. And it's dropping the price dramatically. I mean, jobs that we had bid while we still had the law are coming in at 60%. And it's new names, and they say, the system was rigged against us. There was no reason for us to even consider bidding the job. And so I'm a strong free market guy, and I trust in the free market. And I'm tired of government picking winners and losers, and quite frankly, that's all that was. But it was winners and losers on the back of the taxpayers, because it's taxpayer money ultimately that pays those bills. It's not the government's money. But I strongly, I am very, very proud of those pieces of legislation. I believe that helps us open the door to new opportunities in West Virginia. We lack economic diversity. There's nobody that'll argue that. We depended solely on the coal business. The coal business gets killed, and we're in trouble, go figure.